The country does not have adequate time for public participation, civic education, and preparation of those amendments for them to be effected and for them to be passed before Parliament goes on recess. So it is our feeling and our belief is that any amendments to the Constitution will require that the people of Kenya are properly involved. They are consulted. They are engaged. Civic education is done. Has that been done by Parliament? We have seen an advertisement for public participation. But we as the NCCK and all these church leaders here, they are not aware. Kenyans are not aware about it. And therefore, we would like Parliament to shelve any attempt to amend the Constitution at this time and wait until after the next general election. That is a matter that should be handled by the next Parliament. Postponement of elections. Yes, we are aware of the judgment of the African Court. We note that the judgment is an advisory opinion and therefore not binding on the state parties. And also in the judgment, they have guided that the national laws of each country, each member state, should be applied before a postponement of an election. So we would, and also the engagement of all the political players in that country be engaged. So we have not been engaged, and having considered the situation that we are in the country, the National Council of Churches believes that the country does not have any reasonable cause to postpone the next election in August 2022. During this period, between now and the next election, we want speedy and visible action, not just empty threats on those that cause ethnic hatred and are involved in activities that are prejudicial to national security and the peace of our country. It is therefore unconstitutional of any person to imply that an excuse can be created to breach the electoral calendar defined in the Constitution of Kenya. We call upon the state and non-state actors that are responsible for elections to instead focus on making adequate preparations to deliver to Kenyans credible, peaceful, free and fair elections. Of essence, we recommend 5 things. 1, that the IEBC facilitates public discussion of the findings and recommendations arising out of the post-election evaluation of 2017 general elections. The shortcomings of the previous election should not be repeated. 2, that a nationwide campaign for registration of voters be initiated to ensure that the youth who have attained of the age of majority are added to the voters' roll. And number 3, that speedy and visible action be undertaken by IEBC, the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, and the security agencies against any person who mobilize for violence. And number 4, that the faith institutions and other actors be facilitated to undertake civic and voter education to prepare the people to actively and responsibly participate in the 2022 general elections. And lastly, that the process of appointing commissioners for the Kenya National Commission of Human Rights be urgently addressed. We are headed to an election where there is likelihood of human rights violations happening, so therefore we need a working Kenya National Human Rights Commission with commissioners on board.